you were there at Villamor Air Base when the bells finally landed and when they were taken out. And as you said, you're not actually an emotionally expressive man. But I would like to ask you what it was like for you as somebody who has written so extensively about the Balangiga bells, somebody who has fought for their return, and suddenly now one morning they're here.
Well, medyo nag-congest muna yung aking chest that I cried a little nang makita ko yung bells. But when I finally went to the tarmac, medyo okay na. But it was a very happy moment, an exciting moment for me because I have written about these bells for more than 20 years. And at saka nakita ko na finally yung at face-to-face.
In the case of Balangiga, we now talk about the massacre. You mentioned the court-martial that followed for Waller and for Smith. Ano po ang primary record for all of this? How do we establish that this happened, that there was that order, and a court-martial? We rely on American records?
Reliable naman yung kanilang American records sa court-martial. So, at saka, mayroon na din namang mga nag-gather na mga documents on the Philippine side. But in a sense, reliable naman yun. Kasi they were now looking at violations of military policy and procedure on the American side. And they are good at that. So, mga
pero so nung binubuo niyo yung storya, ano pong mga tinitingnan natin?
Yung problema, John, anong nangyari sa Balangiga? Because for a long time, yung nangyari lang sa September 28. It's called Balangiga Massacre. And so in my book, I called it Balangiga Conflict. It started with the arrival. Paano yun? Hindi lang yun ang sagupaan. What happened in between? So apparently, what really happened in between was that for at least 6 weeks, there was good relation between the Americans and the Filipino side. So much so na yung mga Filipino side napag-initan ng revolutionary army. Na they were almost attacked. They were almost attacked on September 18 na. So medyo nagpanic na yung mga tao. Nagpanic na yung mga tao. And then 4 days later, September 22, there was this scene sa isang tuba store. May dalawang Americans umiinom ng tuba. Made advances to the girl. Yung girl, sumigaw, tinulungan ng kanyang brothers, binuntal yung Amerikano. Nang umuwi yung dalawang Amerikano, nagpatawag yung captain to parang call a community meeting. Lahat ng mga tao na matatawag. And then, pinakulong yung lahat ng lalaki.
Okay. This was September
22.
Sunday. So a week before.
A week before. They were not given food and water through the night. And then the next day, parang pinakawalan yung elderly at saka children. 80 people were detained. Pwede na pinadalhan ng pagkain. 80 people were detained and to clean up the town. At the time, na-crisis na yung town. Yung mga leaders, kasi tulungan nyo naman kami. What shall we do? So they planned that evening sa 23, parang they decided to attack. By themselves. Kasi hindi na sila makakatakbo, napag-initan na sila sa Revolutionary Army. They have to do that by themselves.
So it had, what happened on the 28th had nothing technically to do with the Philippine Revolution?
Wala. Parang it was a local initiative sa 28. Although it was claimed later by the, yung victory claimed later by the...
So away lang na lumaki yan?
Ha?
Away lang na lumaki yan? Away sa tubaan na lumaki?
Parang yan. So, gano'n, So, nag-decide na silang pag-attack. Maybe that was temporary, but the next day, sa 24, pinaikot yung mga prisoners sa mga bahay-bahay, kinulikta yung mga itak. May mga sharp kuan. So, kinulikta na yung mga itak, mga babae, mga wives and children din na tumaas yung anxiety ng mga detainees. So, parang nag-build up na rin na we have to pursue this attack.
Dahil may mangyayari.
Pagka 25, bigas na naman yung, may extra na bigas, kinonfiscate, at saka sinunog.
Yung mga Amerikano to. Mga
Oo,
Amerikano.
mga
yun po.
Amerikano. So, in the Philippine scheme of things, kung bigas na yung
Ano na, away na yan.
away na yan. Oo. Parang tipping point yon. Parang it has to be avenged in the most public manner possible.